Hello there guys and welcome to another episode here in Elite Racing League for round number 6 in France. After 2 weeks of not having a single race in Elite Racing League, that was like an eternity, we finally have another race in this league. So yeah, I hope we can get a good performance here in France. I have done a bit of practice, and yeah, this time I was a bit more prepared with the setup experiment. And this time I decided to use the setups from the website called F123 Sim Racing Setups. Well, in reality, it's called Sim Racing Setup. I think so. Yeah, it's a pretty good website about the setups from F1 and other games. And yeah, this is not sponsored by, so yeah, I won't waste you much time with that thing. So yeah, let's just continue with the video. So yeah, we are just running a few laps in the power car circuit. Well, in reality, I'm just doing the out lap, but unfortunately, I think I'll be a little bit slow, especially in the mid-start chicane, because the sun is making me a little bit alter my muscle memory. So hope it isn't much of an issue. So yeah, let's try our best here in France. And on our first flying lap of this session, we're heading this into the Mr. Chicane, but I cut the corner there and invalidated my lap time. And yeah, I blamed it on the sun because yeah, that means that with the sun being in the different position, it made me have my muscle memory a bit altered, and yeah, that ruined a little bit my lap time. And yeah, I don't know how, but yeah, the sun managed to alter my muscle memory, and here we are entering the pit lane. And well, hope the second flying lap isn't the same as the first one. And this time, hope we learn the mistakes, and hope we do the Mr. Chicane decently. And on our second flying lap, despite using the same softs we used in the first flying lap, it wasn't much of a tire wear, but still it wasn't a good lap time, a 131.298, which puts us for now into 5th place. But I say it not decent because Sexify and Beck both have set lap times faster than me, and they set on mediums. Or that's what I believe. Sexify is in a decision between changing his mediums all the way up into soft tires while he's in the garage. So I don't know, maybe if we make a better lap time, we might get into the front. Ironically, on our in lap, despite getting invalidated, we got the fastest second sector. But yeah, because it is invalidated, it won't be much useful, and also the tire wear. It makes the lap time way slower, and also the ERS, because I have run out of it, and that meant that I didn't have much advantage in the straight line. So let's once again head into the pit lane, and on the third flying lap we are wearing our new soft tires. I forgot to mention that that on this race I set the balanced set of tire location, which means that I have only 3 soft tires I mean 3 set of soft tires, 2 set of mediums, and 1 set of hard. 2 mediums just in case I needed both for the race, and that means that I'll use only 3 softs, and I'll just only use 2 in this session qualifying. I'll save it for the race, and yeah, as a result I had to do the first 2 laps with the same set of softs. But on the third and final one, we'll get the new soft tires and hope we get a good lap time and get into the front, maybe into the front row, maybe on pole, but I don't know, maybe pole position isn't very probable because we have pick, and according to the experience I have with him in F122, he's way faster than me, but I don't know, it might be a different story in F123, but let's see. Alright, so now we are leaving the garage and we are about to begin the third and final flying lap of this session, and hope it is going to be a good one. And well, let's just get out of the pit lane and heat up our tires and then set a lap time. Now we are exiting and we are about to head into turn 1, and let's heat up our tires. 6 is in the lane. Stop there. No way, that. Oh man. I don't know what happened, but I got kicked out of the session. That is not really good. And to make things worse, the session is ending. So that means that I tried to join right after I got kicked, and unfortunately we are seeing that we cannot rejoin the session. I don't know what's happening, but it's not going to be a good thing. And yeah, I failed to join the session. That is not very good. That means that I might not get into the race. So yeah, unfortunately that wasn't a good way to end this session. And also, yeah, that means that I cannot participate in the race because I couldn't join the session. I tried another time, I couldn't. So yeah. In reality, it got collapsed. The lobby got collapsed, and I wasn't the only one who got kicked out of it. There were more people who got kicked out of it, and so yeah, I think they got suspected that the lobby got collapsed, and so that meant that Berni decided to do another lobby. And yeah, at that time it was like 8:30 p.m., 8:35 p.m. and qualifying was supposed to begin at 8 p.m. So we're like 30 minutes late, and according to that thing, the race should start at like 8:20 p.m. and yeah, it's like 8:35 p.m. So yeah, we're running very late, and yeah, I don't know how much it'll take to rejoin and continue with the session. So I don't know what's going to happen, but for now, let's just maintain in the main menu. And yeah, after like 15 or 20 minutes of waiting in the main menu and in the lobby, we begin qualifying once again, but it is one-shot qualifying in order to determine the position we are going to qualify. But unfortunately, into turn 1, I ran wide, and that meant that I dropped down to 10th place. That is not very good. Well, hope I get better in those corners, ending sector 1, and we are heading into sector 2, and we are heading into the Mistral Strait, I think so. There's now opened, and we're seeing that a lot of drivers are retiring from the session, and we are now heading into the mid-stretch again, and in this time we did it decently, and we are heading flat out, turning into 4th gear, now 5th gear, and 6th gear, now 7th gear, and I started to stick with this 2nd gear because we are heading into this corner, and now it is a little bit complicated to do properly this corner, the one I exited, but I don't know, maybe I did it decently, and we are seeing that we have done it so decent that we got up into 3rd place. The reason isn't necessarily just because I did well in that complicated corner. I just messed it up into turn 1, but now we are about to cross the line, and we crossed the line, and we are qualifying in 3rd place with lap time of 1 minute 30.296. I don't know in which position I would be if I didn't mess it up into turn 1. Maybe I could be into front row, maybe into pole. I don't know, let's see the gap between 1st place and 2nd place and myself. So, Textify got pole position, followed by Darking, which was a tight pole position, 0.059 seconds is the difference between pole and 2nd place, but I was 3.5 tenths slower than the pole setter. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could maintain 3rd place. I don't know. Maybe I could get pole position. I don't know. But let's now head into the race after 45 minutes of just waiting for the race to happen. So let's see the pre-race strategy. It is going to be a default soft medium strategy, although I don't know, I think I decided to change the strategy. I was in the decision to do that thing, but I decided to first underfill the car down to 49.0 kilograms, 49 flat, I think so. And yeah, we are beginning on soft tires, and so we are about to begin the Grand Prix. We are waiting for the players to get ready, and we are waiting for the 5 red lights to turn on. After 45 minutes of wait, it's lights out, and away we go. It is a decent start for us, and I don't know, maybe Peck got a better start than me, and we are dropping down to 4th place and into turn 1. We are wheel to wheel with Peck, and we are on the outside exiting turn 2, but unfortunately he's got the inside, and I decided to back up a little bit, and unfortunately I couldn't use a lot of my soft tires. The top 3 began on medium. The tire now, I'm referring to top 3. I began in 3rd place, but I dropped down to 4th, and we are seeing that Butters is in mediums. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a, I don't know, maybe I'll be in an advantage, but I'm not using a lot because look at that, I'm just still in 4th place, and I'm not like having significant advantage with Beck. I think he's faster than me, but I am having the slipstream, and we are heading into a complicated corner around the outside, and thank God Beck didn't push me wide, but unfortunately I did terribly in the exit, and well, I decided to conserve our fueling. Oh no, that is not a good thing. I ran wide and exceeded track limits. I need to be careful about it, or else I'll have a 3-second time penalty if I exceed the track limits 2 more times. Yeah, I'm having to manage my fuel a little bit, just in case there's no safety car. I don't think there'll be a safety car in this race, because there's a lot of runoff area, unless they crash into the main straight. I don't know, mate. Still, let's just conserve our fuel just in case there is no safety car. And we are now on lap 2, and for now let's just maintain our 4th place and manage our soft tires. And well, to be honest, nothing really happened, and we are now into lap 7. We are still in P4, managing our tires, and we're seeing that the safety car has been deployed. So now there's one thing that happened after 5 laps, and with that, we decided to go for hards, and we're seeing that a lot of drivers are also choosing that decision. But the engineer told me that I should box for softs and then mediums, but I decided to reject his recommendation, and instead I'm going to box for hards, just like the other drivers will do. Well, hope the pit stop is decent. Yes, it is. And fortunately, I should. Well, I didn't need to wait a few seconds until the other drivers went to the pit lane, and I'm just waiting until I can release and well, get out of the pit lane. But that thing doesn't exist there in multiplayer because ghosting exists. So we are now heating up our tires, and let's get into the bunching up field that the safety car is leading. So well, let's just wait until the safety car ends, and with that, after that, hope we can come back and get up a few places. And the safety car is in this lap, at the end of lap 10 to begin lap 11. And yeah, I felt very long, especially given the lap times here in France normally is a 133, 134, 135, but during the safety car we're seeing that we're getting past 2 minutes 10, and I think the lap times during the safety car is like a 2 minutes 30, and now the safety car is ending, but unfortunately I just got up too far away from the front, and now the gap between the next driver in front of me and myself, it is just 1.2 seconds, and we're seeing that Diego is boxing. That is just a terrible decision unless he had major front wing damage. And we are up into P4, and now we are heading into turns 1 and 2, and we're exiting that complex, and we're seeing that the gap between Sexify and myself is all the way up into 1.7 seconds. That is not good unless they just fight for the lead, but unfortunately I got another warning, and we're seeing that they're fighting for the lead, and they're losing time, and we're entering sector 2, and oh my goodness, that is not a good thing, because Darkla car is not off oversteer, and he stopped, and I couldn't react, and unfortunately we have major front wing damage, and we need to box. That is, man, that is not good, not good. Yeah, I was just horrified about it, and yeah, unfortunately I had to box once again to repair my front wing. I dropped down to P5. That is not good, and I was just testing if I could just stay out, but I decided to box because I'm not having lots of grip, and yeah, that was pretty terrible, and yeah, I was really angry about it, and yeah, unfortunately I had the box to repair my front wing. I decided to go for mediums, and with that we lost like 35 seconds. That's not good, and yeah, I think our race is ruined, and yeah, in order that our race doesn't get really ruined, we need a miracle. We need a miracle. We're seeing that Urban Dirk has retired from the race, but it isn't enough for the safety car to be deployed. He went to the pits in order to retire, and yeah, we are only 13 runners, I mean 14, and yeah, we are going to be down to last place. Yeah, that is just misery. I just ran wide into turn 1 because I thought that Diego was just going to rear end me. I was just very cautious, and yeah, that is just full misery, and I was just very sad, but still I was just running and not retiring, because yeah, I know that there can be a little hope that I can get up a few places. 1, because the other drivers retire from the race, or 2, there might be a safety car. But I don't know, it might be very improbable, but it's not impossible. It is not impossible. So yeah, let's see. But for now, let's just run and run. But unfortunately, we're seeing that the gap between Diego and myself is increasing, and yeah, that is just making me more miserable. But still, I decided to run because I have faith. I have faith that there can be a miracle. And well, we're still running. We're seeing that. Oh, yes! The miracle has happened. The safety car has been deployed, and yeah, man, I was just a little bit glad that that thing happened, because that can kinda save my race. So yeah, let's see how many places will I recover. We're seeing that few drivers are boxing, and I think they're boxing for mediums, I think so. And well, that means that we can recover and get up a few places, but I don't know how many. But let's see. Still, the field is going to be bunched up, so that means that I can have still chances to overtake people and get up into the high position. So yeah, I'm a bit glad that the safety car got deployed, because that saved me. And we are beginning lap 14. We're halfway through the race, and we are up into P8. So yeah, we got 5 places because the other drivers boxed, and yeah, they have boxed for mediums. And well, let's just wait until the safety car ends. For now, let's heat up our tires. And yeah, I was just very glad. So yeah, I don't know what to say, but after the safety car, let's get up a few places, and well, let's see if we can finish in the top 5. And yeah, the safety car is in this lap, and we are ending lap 15 to begin lap 16 and racing once again. So yeah, let's heat up a bit our tires, because the front tires are like at 81 degrees Celsius, and yeah, we need to heat up or else we'll have understeer. And this time it isn't as sprawled as in the previous safety car relaunch, but unfortunately I just ran wide into the last corner, and that meant that the gap got increased to 1.1 seconds. That is not very good, but we are beginning lap 16, 12 laps to go, and we are heading into turns 1 and 2 complex. Hope it isn't as the same as the safety car relaunch, the previous one, and hope we end up lap 16 with no damages. Now we are exiting sector 1, and we're seeing that there's going to be a train formation, and I don't know, or they just fight into each other and lose seconds, or they just make a DRS train in the next 2 laps. We're seeing that Peck has dropped down to 5th place, and we are heading to Mr. chicane, and we're seeing that Darking has run wide entering that corner, and exiting that chicane, we are seeing that the gap between Darking and myself is now 1 second, so that means that I have chances to get him DRS, and well, I don't know, I might be part of the DRS train, but well, hope we can break that thing. And we are seeing that Darking and Peck are will to will, and they are fighting for P5, and we're seeing that the leader is getting further and further with the pack, and we're seeing that there might be a 3-way fight for P4, and maybe there can be a 5-way fight for P2, I don't know, but we're seeing that Peck has a 3-second time penalty, so that means that we get up into P6 by his penalty. And well, let's see if we can get up a few places. And on the next lap, heading into turns 1 and 2, there's now enabled, and we're seeing that Darking has retired from the race, and we're seeing that there is a 3-way fight for P4, that might be a 4-way fight, and we're seeing that Panther has blocked us a little bit, and Peck has run wide into turn 3, I think so, and exiting sector 1 we will him, and we are overtaking him, entering the DR. Oh my goodness me, we're seeing that. I think it was Peck's teammate who spawned and got into the runoff area. We're up into P4 and I got DRS, and that P4 will turn into P3 because Panther has 6 seconds of penalties accumulated, and for now, without the penalties, it is a 2-3 for Williams. But I think it is going to be a 3-6, maybe a 3-7 with the penalties applied, and we are getting closer and closer with Panther, and he blocked us a little bit heading into the complex corner, and well, hope we can overtake Panther and overtake also Sexify and get up into P2. Getting to lead might not be a probable thing because the gap between Sexify and the Alfa Romeo, who is leading the race, is just very far away. We are just entering the main straight, and he is about to head into turn 1. Now he has, and we are into lap 19. I don't know, hope we can overtake Panther and get up into the podium. Let's see if we can do this thing, and we are entering into that complexity and exiting sector 1 and beginning sector 2. I hope we can get his DRS, and well, hope we can overtake Panther. I have to deploy all my ERS, and we are getting closer and closer with Panther, and we are on the outside into the Mr. Chicane, and we are braking a little bit early and heading into a different line, and we are seeing that Panther is still in front of me, but he has run out of ERS, and that means that he is way slower into the straight lines, and we get up into P3 and then in a bit easy manner, and we're seeing that the gap between Darkclaw, who is leading the race, and myself is now 7 seconds. So yeah, winning the race might not be a I think with our hands because of the gap. We need we need a miracle to happen, and he's setting lap after lap fastest laps. So yeah, that's going to be a little bit impossible unless he DNFs or spins, and or maybe we get a safety car and he stay out by mistake. And after being a lot of laps behind Sexify, and well, behind, I'm referring to closely behind him, on lap 23, I decided to now try to overtake Sexify, and we are now heading to the Mistral Straight, and now we are opening DRS. I decided to deploy all my ERS. I decided to not do it still, because I knew that I was just too far away, but I just went to the outside, entering the Mistral Chicane, and we are overtaking Sexify and get up into P2, and I was just getting so fast in that straight that I could have chances to overtake Sexify. In reality, I think I stopped to deploy ERS because I wanted to save for later, and that is how I could get up into second place. But we're seeing that Sexify won't give up, and he might overtake me, and we are heading to the final few corners, and we are heading into the penultimate corner, into the pit entry, and we are heading to the final corner, and he's going to a dive bomb, and now the inside, and he pushes me wide, and I just dropped down to third place. But that was a little bit dirty for Sexify, and we are into lap 24, 4 laps to go, and hope we can re-overtake him and get up into P2 once again. But I don't know, he's getting further and further, and so that means that I might lose P2 because of that dive bomb, and we are exiting sector 1 and entering sector 2, and unfortunately, we are seeing that the gap is no more than a second, so that means that I won't have DRS, and we're seeing that it has returned and the rest is not deployed. Another safety car, and that is going to be some, I don't know how to say about this thing, but that's going to be a little bit of a tight fight if I can stay on with those mediums. Well, in reality, I'll box for soft tires because there just only be like 2 laps of racing left. I think the safety car is going to be in on lap 25 at the end of that lap. So yeah, I'll box for soft tires. Hope everyone does as well. And so that means that we might have a tight fight for the race lead. I don't know if we can do this thing. So yeah, let's see. Meanwhile, let's enter the pit lane and hope everyone else does box. And we're seeing that Sexify is also boxing as well as me. And we're seeing that Darklo has stayed out. I don't know, that's the dumb choice for him. He'll drop down the order. I don't know, maybe he is overestimating the circuit's technicality. We are boxing. We're seeing that Pick and the other drivers behind me are boxing as well. So that means that I didn't drop down. So yeah, we're still in 3rd place. That might become 2nd place because Darklaw might be in trouble unless he defends like God and like a Jerry driver. We will get up into P2 if he doesn't do that thing. But meanwhile, let's hit up into the safety car and Darklaw, and let's hit up our tires and let's wait until lap 25 ends. Because yeah, I think that safety car is going to be in this lap. So yeah, let's see. No, I won't see. I think it's going to be guaranteed. Yeah, I'm sure about it. Yeah, after that, it's going to be one of the tightest 2 laps of this race. I don't know, maybe it'll be just a field train, I don't know, but well, let's see. We're seeing that I have 2 warnings, just to be careful with the track limits. Well, I have 3 warnings, but 2 of them are for track limits, and the safety car is in this lap, as I was saying. So yeah, let's see if we can overtake 65 and Darklaw and get into the race lead. So yeah, meanwhile, let's hit up our tires. And now the safety car is ending and we are heading into the penultimate corner, and we are doing that penultimate corner and exiting that corner, and now we are exiting the final corner, and we as well exit lap 25 to enter lap 26, and racing is once again and heading into turns 1 and 2. We were seeing that Sexify had plans to overtake Darklaw, and he is trying to do this thing down the inside into turn 3, and he might overtake him before turn 3, and we are seeing the fight, and we are seeing that Darklaw is defending like God, and I am now just behind them, and we are seeing that Darklaw has lost a little bit of grip, and he has a little bit of an oversteer, and oh my goodness me, he just made me contact, and we are heading to the Mr. Chicane. I decided to back off a little bit because 3 wide is not going to work, and we're seeing that Peck was, oh my goodness me, Darklaw almost spun, and we are about to re-overtake Peck, and we are heading at the end of that second part of the straight, and we unfortunately couldn't overtake Peck, but we are heading into the complex corner, and we're seeing that Diego almost made me a dive bomb and almost made me contact, but I don't know, maybe I'll still be into B2 because Peck has 11 seconds of penalties accumulated, and I don't know, maybe getting into the race win won't be possible anymore because Sexify is getting further and further, and I don't know, maybe let's just finish P2, and we are heading into the final lap of the race. We are now there, and we are beginning to exit sector 1. We're just barely halfway through that sector, and we are now exiting that sector and beginning sector 2, and I'm just planning to overtake Peck, but I decided to wait until the Mistral Straight. I said the person about the racing that 6 mark has a 2-second time penalty, so that means that with the penalties I'm into the race lead and I overtake Peck, and we are up into second place physically, but that means with 6 penalties I can win the race. I only need to be less than 3 seconds behind him, and also I don't have to exceed the track limits once again because I have 2 warnings, and if I do one more track limit violation I might get 3-second time penalty and I'll be demoted to second place. So yeah, let's try to be careful but also be less than 3 seconds behind Sexify, and we are heading into the final corners, and we're seeing that he isn't going much faster, and that means that I can get up into the race win, and we are heading into the final corner and exiting that corner and heading to the main straight, and we are accelerating, and the gap is just 2 seconds, and we cross the line, and we have done it! We've done it, guys! We've done it! Finally! Oh my goodness me! Despite Sexify setting the fastest lap of the race, he unfortunately gets demoted down to second place because of his penalty, and I got promoted into the race win. Finally, a race win here in Elite Racing League, and oh boy, finally. I was just very happy about it, and for the first time since season 6 I have won an Elite Racing League race. Finally some good racing that I have done. Yeah, what a comeback I have done, because at one point I was in last place. So yeah, I have done a last to first challenge, and yeah, in this league, doing last to first challenges are a bit easier, but yeah, still I have won the race, and with that, I have become very happy after this thing, and yeah, finally, a race win for us. And now let's get into the race results, and we are seeing that ourselves, we have won the race, followed by 65, who finished the racing first but got demoted to second by his penalty. Digos has finished third, followed by Panther, then Darklaw finished fifth after staying out. I think if he would have boxed, maybe he could have won the race. Berni finished 6th, Predict 7 finished 7th, and Peck finished 8th. Potters is the only driver to finish lapped with 9th place, and yeah, the other ones didn't finish the race. So yeah, Potters is the last driver to finish the race. I don't know if he had retired from it. If he had, well, that means that Peck is the last driver to finish the race. Yeah, I think he retired from the race, Potters. So yeah, we only have 8 finishers, and with that, it ends the race. After a lot of time waiting for the race to begin, we have done it. We have won the race, and well, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and well, have a nice day, and see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.